My friend, today I'm going to start working on some fall decorating in my home, and I'm going to start here in my dining room area. Now, I'm not going to go full bore fall decorations. I'm just going to do a slight transformation from summer to fall, because honestly, I'm not yet ready to say goodbye to summer. I mean, it's August, it's still crazy hot outside, and I want to still enjoy summer a little longer inside. So I've got some ideas on just transforming my side table behind me and the centerpiece on my dining room table. That's gonna give me just a little bit of that transformation from summer to fall. I did pick up a few things at Target, but I also really just shopped my home for what I'm gonna be using. I'm Nicole with Adorn the Table. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is removing the flowers, the tray, and the yellow table runner from my buffet table, because those definitely speak to summer. And instead, I'm going to replace them with items that have a darker, more muted fall feeling to them. When I was trying to come up with some ideas on this transformation, I originally was thinking of using dark colored table runners on my buffet table. I have a dark brown one, I've got a dark green one. I even thought of maybe more of a neutral color, but none of them were really playing with the colors that I wanted to work with as far as my fall transition colors. So instead, I'm going to be using this white table runner. As you can see, I'm keeping a lot of the elements that I already had on my buffet table, because I'm really, like I said, trying to just do a simple transition. I'm not trying to completely change the overall look of my buffet table, or at least the decor that I have on my buffet table. Now, there are a few things I think I'm going to be playing with and taking off versus keeping on. But right now, I'm going to start with my pitcher, because I got some stems at Target that I think are going to look really pretty in there. Look how pretty these stems are. They're a beautiful dark plum color. Now, I saw these last year at Target. They're hearth in hand, and I was eyeballing them then, so I knew this year I had to get them. They just have this really deep, rich color. I do like oranges and reds and browns, but this is a wonderful diversion from those stereotypical fall colors that I'm just so in love with right now. Now, each of these stems is just $4.99. I'll make sure I put a link down below for you. I was only able to get 3 of them because that's all they had at my Target. So I'm going to keep looking to see if they get some more in stock, because I really think I'm going to need at least 1 or 2 more. But I think they're going to be fabulous inside of this pitcher. It appears I need to get some scissors to take the tags off. The neat thing with these stems is that they are bendable, so you can shape them how you want within whatever vase or pitcher you're using. As you can see, I was wanting to make sure that I've got some drapes, some direction that's going with my stems. So that's why I'm pulling this arch here, because that's also going to help lend your eye, give some visual direction to your eyes. So think about that whenever you're going to be using faux foliage. Foliage because you want to make sure that it's giving movement to your piece and what you're doing with your decor. Now I picked up a second piece when I was at Target that's really going to pull in that plum color. And it's this really cute picture from Threshold. I love this. It's actually on clearance, but I'll make sure I put a link down below for you. But if you look within the shadows of the picture, you'll notice it has some plum tones to it, and it'll really be picked up when I put it on my table here. I am loving the way that looks. Now I'm going to add a few more elements. I think I'm going to start on this side next. I'm planning to use this antique kettle that I found at an estate sale a couple months ago. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I get most of my stuff either at thrift stores or estate sales because I find I can find fabulous stuff at great prices. In fact, I think I got this for just about $10. I love the dark patina with the white. I understand this is probably about 100 years old. I'm going to put that over on this side along with my architectural element. I mentioned I wanted to add some plum. Look how perfectly this plum candle holder matches the leaves on my stems. I got this also from Target. It's a mahogany amber and it smells delicious. It's $3 just in their dollar spot section. I thought it would be perfect to kind of help tie in the plum color to the rest of my buffet table. I'm loving the buffet table with the deep plum tones and the white, but it means I now need to do the same transition to my dining room table. I need to make my centerpiece match what I've got going on behind me. So let's get started on that. You can see I have a super simple centerpiece on my dining room table. I always like to have something on my table because I think it helps pull everything together and makes my dining room feel polished and complete. It doesn't need to be super ornate or elaborate. And a lot of times I really like simple because then it's easy to remove or even switch out, which is what we're gonna be doing now. As you can see though, I've got yellow in the middle, which matched my yellow table runner. And then I've got these gold and green candlesticks, which really pulled in the summer colors from the stems and the tray. But that's what I need to remove. And then I've got a few things here that I think I'm going to be using, and I have an idea for one more piece. But first I need to get everything off of this table. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a bit of a shadow today, and this is Pippa. If you've not met Pippa before, one of my previous videos. My idea for the centerpiece on this table is I think I've got plum colored napkins in my armoire over here, which is where I store most of my table linens. So I'm gonna go pull those, fingers crossed that they're gonna match. Here's the napkins. And let me grab a candle. Wow, I don't think I could have found more perfect looking colored napkins. I actually found these at an estate sale probably 6 months or so ago. I believe there's at least 8, could be 12 in this stack, and I know me, I probably didn't spend more than $2 to $3 for the whole stack. Oh. I'm going to mimic the centerpiece that I just removed, and I'm going to use one of these napkins in the middle of my dining table. and I'm just going to line up in the center. I'm going to take and get my spray bottle because I want to try to get this crease out. If you've not watched my previous videos, grab a spray bottle, do a quick spurt. That water is going to help relax the fibers in your fabric, and it's not going to get rid of your creases, but it will help minimize them. In the middle of my centerpiece, my napkin, I'm going to use this distressed tiered piece that I think is really going to help tie in the frame and the architectural piece I have on my buffet table. I'm going to use this plum colored vase, which I picked up at World Market a little while ago, but check out how perfectly it matches the candle from Target. That, 2 different stores, same deep plum color. And put that in the middle of my riser, and then I think I'm going to use the same flowers that are inside the cloche because they're really help pulling in that distressed look, and they definitely have the fall colors. I'm going to use the cloche again. Now, I DIY'd this cloche. I'll make sure I put the link down below for you. If you've missed that video, you can check it out because it is a super easy DIY project. All right, now I'm going to add these taper candle holders because I think this gold color is going to help pull in the gold that's on the frame and on the buffet table. And then I'm going to add the 2 white taper candles. And I think I'm going to add my little mouse to this because he's going to give that wrought iron that I've got going on with my buffet table. I think that looks really cute, and it definitely is the transition from summer to fall. I've got one more thing left to do. I need to switch out these pink roses, which definitely screams summer, for some fall foliage. I'm loving this transition from summer to fall. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And remember, a beautifully set table is a gift to those gathered around it. I look forward to seeing you next time here at the table. Bye.